Hey everyone! Today I will talk to you about UST stablecoin and the reason it's dropped. We will clarify what to do in a situation when you have this stablecoin. We'll look back at Tether and the risks for its investors, and also talk a bit about the Luna Foundation and their token. Let's not drag this out and get right to the news. Enjoy watching the video. Interestingly, this time it's not a tiny token or a one-time wonder, but a constituent among the top 10 crypto tokens if we exclude the dollar-pegged stablecoins. Since the beginning of the week, we could see UST stablecoin dropping only 6%, although that's already a lot for this kind of asset. After that, some investors started speculating that someone was trying to push the price of UST down, and it made sense to buy at the bottom. But today we know how wrong they were, because the price moved towards 60 cents. After an excellent recovery to almost $1, somewhere around 90 cents, people could believe the project team words that the algorithm just needed some time to recover the rate. I have to admit, 90 cents was the best price to dump the stablecoin in favor of more reliable ones like USDC or BUSD. This reminds me of lessons on risk management and why it's important to allocate your assets correctly. At first, it seems a bit boring and not really necessary until you see a significant loss in your portfolio. Risk management is needed to keep calm and not have any regrets after some emergency. But it's too late to talk about it, and we should have thought about it even earlier. So let's not dwell on it right now very much. Guys, please watch this video until the end. There I'll tell you the whole truth about the reason for the UST stablecoin drop. And now we'll talk about the new rumors of a possible Tether scam. Moving on. After several days of decline, Luna is trading at 16 cents as of making the video. In short, it's lost 99.87% of its maximum value in virtually 1 month. UST stablecoin has partially recovered, but has gone as low as $0.22 at the moment. Even though the cryptocurrency is very volatile, it's uncommon to see such insane volatility on stablecoin. It's scary. About a few months ago, there were rumors about a possible Tether scam, when they were talking about the project's problems with securing its stablecoin. Everybody expected that, and it happened. Only it wasn't the Tether token that collapsed, it was UST. But it's also worth saying that I do not recommend keeping all your assets in Tether alone. Firstly, it's wrong from a risk management perspective. Secondly, the current drawdown of the stablecoin to 0.95 on some exchanges doesn't inspire much confidence. When everything is collapsing like this, you have to be extremely careful and cautious. Now, the entire crypto community is faced with the problem of algorithmic stablecoin performance. Many investors have completely lost their confidence in Terra Luna and UST stablecoin. No investor in the right mind would want to have so much risk, like waking up one day and seeing minus 50 or even 80% when it seemed that all threats were leveled by transferring their assets from volatile crypto to stablecoin. Now, the community is accusing the Luna Foundation of scamming UST. Recently, they have repeatedly bought Bitcoin to increase the stability of the decentralized TERRA USD stablecoin. Thanks to multi-million-dollar purchases of the first cryptocurrency, the foundation's portfolio quickly approached the top 10 owners. But now the situation has changed. The UST exchange rate is no longer 1-to-1, so Do Kwon decided to use the accumulated reserve of Bitcoins to buy back his stablecoin. He also stated on his Twitter account that he did not sell Bitcoins. The fall was so steep that the market cap of Terra dropped below the market cap of its stablecoin UST, according to the data from CoinMarketCap. After the latest slump, Luna's market capitalization decreased to $500 million, whereas US Terra UST commanded a superior market of $7 billion. So everyone's probably wondering what to do in such a situation now. Many experts recommend it's better to take a break from any new purchases in the market and just sit by for the time being. You shouldn't rush and impulsively buy because events can change quickly. As for me, I want to add that you should not hold any particular hope for the project. In such unexpected circumstances, the bull market can often help, but you should look at the current Bitcoin price and everything will become clear to you. Some analysts see the current situation as an excellent opportunity to average Terra's value as the market declines. While more conservative investors should keep a close eye on market movements, some believe Terra is still a good buy because the company is expanding its footprint beyond Asia. Others are rather unoptimistic because of recent events. It's more a question of how much you believe in this project. As for UST, it's not that simple. Many people are critical of the algorithmic stablecoin, foreseeing its failure. Apart from that, it's very dangerous to hold it now. The asset has shown how low it can go. Apart from that, it's not worth tempting your fate. It might be a good decision to fix the loss at 70 cents. A 30% loss is more reasonable than the 99% drop that Terra cryptocurrency recently showed. And why did UST lose its peg to the dollar? An exciting reflection was shared by one Twitter user. Luna and UST have been attacked by many manipulative actions. A fraudster on the OTC market was able to accumulate 1 billion UST. He then borrowed $3 billion worth of Bitcoin and launched a FUD about tying UST. The manipulator sold all of his Bitcoin on the market and created even more panic. After some liquidity was withdrawn from Curve, the attack began. He took all of the liquidity from the pool. It took him about $350 million to do that. Then the attacker started selling USTs on Binance. Because of this, there was a small detachment of $1. Terra's market module is set up for $150 million a day of throughput to restore pegging. And it would be enough if the liquidity in Curve was $4 billion instead of $350 million. Then, because of the Bitcoin drop and UST detachment, Luna Foundation Group were forced to sell Bitcoin to restore the peg. And that's what the crook needed, as he was shorting Bitcoin at the same time. While the company was dumping Bitcoin, the manipulator kept pushing the UST price. And the lower the first cryptocurrency dropped, the more pressure the attacker needed on UST. After the Terra network was overloaded and withdrawals from exchange stopped, the run on Anchor began. The timing was not random. If the pool had worked, the attacker would have taken $3 billion instead of $350 million. Guys, the theory that Terra is too big a project to drop has failed. But that's the risk of crypto. You never know where to expect problems. Sure, by some miracle, UST could regain its peg, but the trust in the stablecoin and the Luna token is unlikely to be restored. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the CoinPost channel. You're always welcome here. Thanks for watching, subscribe and be in the black.